What's up, people? So the headline news today is the I'm sure you guys heard of it already. Is the San Bernardino, California massacre shooting? 14 dead and 17 wounded, and others are seriously injured. So there's a lot of questions. Obviously, it's all over the news whether this was planned, whether this was a terrorist attack connected to ISIS or ISIL. Now, from what I understand and from what I understood, listening to the news and watching the news all day, is that supposedly this couple went to a party. There was a Christmas party. The couple were American citizens, Saeed Farouk and the female, can't remember her name at the moment. Went to a party, Christmas party that is, and got pissed off by somebody and probably got into some kind of argument and stuff like that, or a pissing contest, so to speak. And then went home and got their combos that they owned, and the rifles, two AK-47s, which was purchased legally, and two handguns, which were also purchased legally about 3-4 years ago, and went on a shooting spree, massacre, which hasn't happened in California in a little bit. That's why it's so big. Now, the law enforcement official, I think I have identified Saeed Rizwan Farouk. I guess is one of the shooters, and were killed. Both the male and the female couple were killed. They have a 6-month-old child. What's interesting about this is that it's not unusual for somebody to have a very bad temper. You know what I'm saying? That's not unusual. People sometimes they react differently to certain things, but what's really weird about this, and yeah, from the news standpoint, especially I was watching a doctor that was somewhat of dissecting the incident, psychiatrist that is, said that this was unusual, for somebody to react this way, being just simply pissed off. I mean, even if your wife cheated on you or something like that, right? Or your husband cheated on you, you're not just gonna dress in camo and shoot 14 people dead and 17 other wounded and maybe more. Well, they left and came back with assault rifles and dressed in black camos and went on a shooting spree, like I said, and killed all those people and wounded others severely, critically injured, which they're in the hospital and hope they all recover well. But I doubt all of them will, but I will hope so. As we all know, AK-47s they tend to damage harsher. Anyway, what is her name? Tashfeen Malik, I believe that was the female suspect. She's 27 years old and the male is 28 years old. What's interesting about this is that the guy, Saeed, he went to Saudi Arabia. He's a Arabian descent. He is Muslim, and I'm assuming also his wife. He went to Saudi Arabia in April. Now, there was no evidence yet that he is connected with ISIS, but they're looking into it. As the news said, terrorism has not been ruled out. I'm sure as of right now, as we speak, they're probably going through all their personal stuff, computers, cell phones, hard drives and things like that to try to find hard evidences, and I'm sure it'll come out in the news later on or so. Now, inside a home, as the FBI is investigating, they found a lot of homemade explosive devices, duct tape implanted in a remote control car and things like that. So, I mean, like I said, it's not unusual for somebody to get mad and shoot somebody, but if this wasn't terrorism, or a motive to, futurely, if that's even a word, futurely conduct a mass killing, so to speak, why would be a couple, a typical couple, as the news says, lives a typical life, has a job. Matter of fact, the female, I think, worked for the county for 5 years over there in San Bernardino, California. Why would they have booby traps strapped to a toy, remote control toy car, and assault rifles and handguns, and when you got pissed off and simple stuff, that set it off. You know what I mean? Like, why, why react the way they reacted? You know what I'm saying? It seems to me that it's a little harsh. You know what I'm saying? You have to be psychotic and not normal for you to react the way you reacted. You know, if you piss at somebody, you're not gonna shoot everybody. You know what I'm saying? Unless it was really bad, like, you know, if somebody, you know, murdered your family or raped your wife, or, you know what I'm saying, chopped up your family member or something like that. I mean, I would see somebody reacting that way, but being pissed off, you know, not even a fist fight or something like that, and react that way. Obviously, you know, not being prejudiced or racist, you know what I'm saying? It's, you can't rule out, as a lot of people are saying online, that, you know, it's ridiculous to me that a lot of people are actually saying that this was not a terrorist attack. I mean, maybe yes, maybe no, but we have to be proven wrong before we can say it's not a terrorist attack. Or, you know, to be perfectly honest, I mean, you know, he is a Muslim, and we all know not every Muslim are like this. You know, we all have some friends that are Muslim, and, you know, they don't act this way. Um, but I mean, every evidence that were presented, you know, at the moment to the public, you know, it seems like it's a terrorist attack. You know, now has something to do with ISIS, ISIL. I don't know. You know, we don't know yet. Like I said, you know, they're still investigating, going through the files, and whatever they find, I'm sure it'll leak, or somebody put on news, and we'll find out more. But, you know, it's like a suicide, or a homicide suicide act to me. You know what I'm saying? Because that's it's ridiculous to be pissed off, you know, at a party. You know, maybe you felt like you were prejudiced upon or racist upon or something like that. But like I said, you're not just gonna go to your house and get all your rifles and bombs and all that stuff and blow up the whole party, right? Especially been working there for 5 years, and you have, you know, things, friends, if you call them friends or something like that, and people, you know, it sucks that some people are actually saying, you know, oh, this couldn't be a terrorist attack because they were just typical couple, they work. Well, that could be part of also masking the situation. You know, maybe they have planted this and planned this the whole time. You know, maybe not, you know, 10 years ago, maybe just recently. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they felt like they had to do certain things, you know, in their beliefs or something like that, or they have family members. But, you know, quite honest, it's kind of funny to me that one of the family members of Saeed actually spoke on TV and said that, you know, he himself was shocked of what his nephew had done. You know, they didn't leave any notes or anything like that, or text messages saying goodbye, or, you know, Allah Akbar type stuff. But what they did here is, I mean, you know, you can't sugarcoat it. It looks like to me is a terrorist attack. You know what I'm saying? It, you know, it looks like a duck, walks like a duck. It probably is a duck. You know what I mean? So until proven wrong, I mean, we all have to assume that this has something to do with terrorist attack. So, again, I wanna give my condolence, you know, to the people that were hurt, and were that were lost, the lives that were lost and wasted and stuff. So I, you know, I hope all of them rest in peace, and prayers to the families and something. So, like I said, my condolence goes out to the friends and family of the victims. This is a sad day, but the big question really at hand, and I want to talk to you guys about is, you know, is this a terrorist attack? You know what I'm saying? So, to me, I would have to say yes. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's hard for me to say that just a guy that just went off. You know what I'm saying? Or a couple, should I say, went off. You know, it went on killing spree, killed everybody pretty much. Not everybody, but most, and hurt everybody. But their intention was to kill everybody. I mean, especially if you spray an automatic rifle, an AK-47 that is, to a party, to a group, your intention was to kill everybody. I mean, there's no doubt about it. Whether you kill them or not, you hurt them or not, your intentions was to kill everybody, right? To mass kill. Now they went on a rant in the black SUV and being chased by a police, which, by the way, just luckily there was about a mile away from the party, or where the shooting was. There was a training exercise, cops training exercise, so that it didn't take them that long to actually get to the scene and chase the black SUV down and shoot both of the couples dead. They did fire as they were moving. As they say, the SUV was slowly, and then it sped up, and then they fired back to the cops. It was 21 police officers, I believe, and SWAT teams and all that stuff. So luckily, like I said, I think more people would have got hurt and injured and killed had the police been a little bit further away. But a mile away, that was lucky. There's a lot of videos out there already, and you guys probably seen it. What it's like when the people that were trapped inside the building were being escorted out, with their hands up and out to the golf course, or what is it? Yeah, I think it was a golf course, something like that. So people are being questioned, and people are shocked. People are actually getting shot and texting while being shot. Texting to their loved ones. Saying their goodbyes. Yeah, it's crazy, man. This is ridiculous. Like I said, it's an outrage because it hasn't happened in a while. We had the Colorado one with that retarded Joker dude that shot everybody on that Batman movie and stuff, and we had the other dude that shot everybody in West Virginia, or was it Virginia Tech? That dude that shot 30-something people. I mean, we had some stuff, but those were not connected to terrorism. They were just blatantly, psychiatric cases. You know what I'm saying? We all know that the Joker dude, there's something wrong with that dude, and the dude that was also in the Virginia Tech shooting, he was also psychotic. You know what I'm saying? But this one, there was no signs of no telltale signs, not even from coworkers and friends and family, that they were seeing a psychiatrist or they were taking medications and things like that. But you have to be, you might have to be set for you to actually go home, put a camo suit on like you about to go to war, and bring your your bombs and AK-47s and pistols. And for some people to call this, or to rule out, some people are actually ruling out. That's why I made this video. I was like, why would people rule out terrorism? You know what I'm saying? This was not a couple that was just pissed off at a crowd and they're just gonna kill somebody, especially they have a 6-month-old child. You know what I'm saying? And not to mention, the dude did travel a few months ago, or 6 months ago I should say, in Saudi Arabia, which also a one of the breeding grounds of terrorism. You know what I'm saying? So you can't rule that out. I thought to me, it looks like they've been planning this. They're waiting for the perfect opportunity to get a crowd. I mean, it could have been worse. This could have been in a shopping mall. This could have been at a movie theater or a football game. I mean, football season's up. It could have been worse. But one death is one too many in my book. So, like I said, prayers goes out to those friends and family, and hopefully lives that were lost, and may their souls rest in peace. But this is ridiculous, man. And you know what sucks about this too? As like I said, I'm gonna talk to you guys about different things about what's going on at the moment. Now President Obama also made a speech. Obviously he had to, and his focus is gun control. And the big issue right now is also the Californians are. If you go online social media, so you hear a lot of Californians. Oh, there you go. Now we gonna they're gonna stricken, the California gun laws as it already is. You know what I'm saying? Harder than it already is. You know what I'm saying? It's already hard. One of the hardest state as far as purchasing guns and gun laws is California, as we all know. It's almost impossible to get a concealed carry license in that permit, so to speak, in that state. And now it's just gonna be that harder. and you can't even have a no more than 10 round magazine in that state. As far as pistol wise, or a rifle for that matter. You can't even have automatic weapons in that state. I mean, you can bring them in there, come from a different state, but you can't purchase them there. Hell, you can't even purchase a Glock. I believe it was a Glock Generation 4 in the state of California. You can bring them there, but the Glock 40, the Glock Generation 4s are off the rosters. You know what I'm saying? So it's not illegal to bring them there, but you can't purchase them there. So it's already as strict as it is. I think it takes 2 or 3 weeks to get a background check in California, something like that. I mean, other state, it takes an hour to get you a background check and get a gun. You could actually walk in Walmart, like in Colorado. When I visited there, you can actually walk to Walmart and buy a gun in an hour. You know what I'm saying? That's how fast it is. And other states is a lot faster. I think California and Hawaii are one of the strictest state as far as gun laws are concerned. And some of the congressmen and politicians, I should say, on TV right now are saying that they should enough is enough. I think that's one of the stuff that I read and I saw in the news. Enough is enough. They gonna nail down or or put pressure on NRA. I mean, to be perfectly honest, I don't think gun control has something to do with this. If a person wants to own a gun and get a hold of a gun, it doesn't matter how strict your gun laws is or are, they gonna get it. So strict your gun laws is just preventing regular citizens such as myself to not be to not be able to protect myself and my family from harm's way and things like this. If it was a gunman or burglars and things like that, try to get in my house in at night and try to rob me. You know what I'm saying? I don't have anything. Because I don't have any weapons. And some people said, "Oh, it'd be all right with a knife or something." Really? Seriously? If there's 3 guys and you got one knife, you think you're gonna do something with it? I don't think gun control should be. If anything, to me, I think it has nothing to do with as far as the gun control in California. Like I said, it's already as strict as it is. If a person wants to get a gun, try to get a hold of a gun, they will get a hold of it. I mean, shit. People now are so smart. There's YouTube, as we all know. There's internet that you can actually purchase illegal guns and fucking swap stuff on Craigslist and things like that. I mean, you know what I mean? It's so easy to make a homemade bomb nowadays. Hell, all you gotta do is go on YouTube and you make homemade bombs. It's not impossible, but the motive of you making those things is has to be different from others. But my take on this is I think this is a terrorist attack. I think that they planned this all along, whether it's been 6 years or 6 months, who knows. I think that they were waiting for the perfect opportunity to get a crowd together. Like I said, it could have been worse. You know what I'm saying? It could have been worse. I think, in my own opinion, I think they were waiting for a bigger crowd. Like I said, such as like a football game or basketball games or things like that at the mall. But I think what set them off that night, I don't think that was the plan that night, to go party and kill everybody there. I think that they were planning for something else, but I think there was something that set them off, especially somebody that's already pissed off. Have you ever met a guy that's, already pissed off and, a little thing can trigger that guy to go all out? You know what I'm saying? That's what happened here. It doesn't help that they already have planned to do this. A couple owning this man and owning this weapons and bombs, homemade bombs strapped to a toy car. What are you trying to do? Fucking remote control that car and move that remote control toy with a bomb and put them underneath people's car. I don't know if they were targeting somebody. It could be. I mean, right now they were searching their houses and stuff like that. And as we speak, like I said, there's more to come. But I think this has been planned all along. I think it has something to do with terrorism. I think this is a terrorist attack, and you can't rule that out. And I don't think it has something to do with either they're crazy or something like that. It might have something to do with their beliefs. It might have something to do with their personal beliefs in life. You know what I mean? But I do not doubt, not once, that this has something to do with some kind of terrorist attack. But hey, I could be wrong. But as far as what is presented right now to us, this is not a normal couple that were pissed off at a party and walked out. You know what I'm saying? We've seen those and we've heard of those. I think I've done that before. I've been pissed off at a party one time and I came home and I mean this was not even a big of a fight to them. It wasn't like the guy was beat up or the wife was was raped, or the wife was slapped or something like that. No, there was no altercation. There was just, I mean, not physical altercation. There was just maybe some words, you know, maybe they felt like they were prejudiced upon because of their ethnic category, so to speak, or their religion, um, and it's never gonna go away. You know what I'm saying? Muslims in the United States, and if you're a Middle Eastern in the United States, even if born and raised in America, I mean, it's just the way it is. It's not gonna go away. Um, it is what it is, until everything is solved, which that's another story. But it is what it is. Probably some there that pissed them off and called them something, or prejudiced upon because they're Muslim, stuff like that. But I don't think that's enough reason to try to, annihilate humankind. You know what I'm saying? But let me know what you guys think about this whole situation. It's sad. Again, rest in peace to those lives that were lost, and prayers goes out to my prayers and condolences goes out to the friends and family of the victims. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you guys think. Drop me a comment, and I'll talk to you in the next one. JF Sports.